What is going on, guys? Today I'm gonna do my best to show you guys how to IV breed. Now, when it comes to IVs, getting good IVs, that is, it's pretty much down to luck. There's nothing you can do to sprout perfect IVs out of thin air. But luckily for you guys and everybody, there is a high chance that most Dittos will have some type of stat that has 31 IVs. You can catch Dittos in the Pokemon Village, and you can also catch Dittos in a lot of normal type friend safaris, so check those out. Make sure to add a lot of people into your 3DS so that you can go into their normal type friend safaris if they do have that. Now you're gonna need 3 things. Now this is for passing IVs. Remember that. This is strictly for passing good IVs so that you can have the best potential stats in your Pokemon. You're going to need a Pokemon with Flame Body, which will help you hatch eggs faster, twice as fast that is. And you're going to need a Pokemon and a Ditto. Now this Ditto, like I said, I got very lucky. My friend happened to have a Ditto with perfect attack, 31 attack IVs, 31 HP IVs, and 31 speed IVs. Now how are we going to pass these IVs to our Larvitar that we're going to breed? First of all, let me go show you guys this Larvitar. Like I said, I got very lucky with this Larvitar. It's Adamant. I found an Adamant Ditto. It didn't have the best IVs though, but I was able to pass the nature. To pass the nature to one of the Pokemon that you're breeding with, all you have to do is give an Everstone to the Pokemon who has the nature you want to pass. So if you have a Ditto with an Adamant nature, like I had, and I had a Larvitar with a miscellaneous nature, it doesn't even matter. I gave the Ditto my Everstone, and I bred them, and I got an Adamant Larvitar. Very simple. So we're gonna pass the IVs now, because now this Larvitar, even though it's Adamant, it does not have the best stats. It does not have the best stats at all. Now this Ditto here, this Ditto has 31 in everything. Not everything. It has 31 in attack, HP, and speed. So how do we go about transferring the perfect IVs from this Ditto onto our Larvitar? Now, that's what I'm going to show you guys. So we're going to go ahead and fly over to the city of breeding. We're going to fly over to... let me show you guys right here. We're going to fly over to... Hello? I clicked it too fast. Let's get there first. It's not really difficult. You just have to know how. So that's what I'm here to try and show you guys. So we're in Camphor Town. We're gonna go over to the daycare center. Oop. And oh my lord. Sorry about this. Freaking Snorlax, man. Anyways, so here's times past it. Does this guy have my Pokemon still? Oh, okay, no he doesn't. Alright, so we're gonna go in here, obviously. And what we're gonna do is, in order to keep the Adamant nature, which we do want, we're gonna give the Larvitar an Everstone. Now what that does is it allows us to keep the Adamant nature, like I said. So we're gonna give this thing an Everstone right now. So no matter what, every single Larvitar we hatch is going to have an Adamant nature, which is good. And I'm actually doing this because I actually need a good Adamant Larvitar so I can have a good, powerful Tyranitar. Now what we're going to do with this Ditto here, we're going to give it a Destiny Knot. This is a new mechanic in 6th generation. Destiny Knot will, without fail, transfer 5 IVs from whichever Pokemon is holding it onto the new Larvitar that we're going to hatch. So I guess they did that to make everything easier so it wouldn't take as long. And this is just newly discovered as well. Masuda just announced this. So 5 of the IVs from this Ditto are going to be transferred over to our Larvitar babies, which means that there is a very high chance that attack, HP, and speed will be included in that 5. We're going to hatch multiple Larvitars so that just in case one of those stats is not passed over, we have more chances to get those perfect Larvitars that we're trying to get. So we're going to give the Destiny Knot to the Ditto. And we're going to leave these 2 to their baby-making ways. And once we have our 5 Larvitars hatched, I'm going to show you guys how to check these IVs. So we're going to leave our Larvitar, which will always give us Adamant, by the way. And we're going to leave our Ditto. Now what we're going to do, we're just going to ride around on the bike. That's all we're going to do right now. And once all you have to do is ride around on the bike. It doesn't really take very long. ride back and forth. It's a tedious process, but it's very worth it, if you ask me. We're just gonna ride back and forth here a couple of times until they start making eggs. Once they start making eggs, we will begin hatching those eggs by riding around once again. It's a very tedious process once again. See if he has the egg yet. Okay, so we do have an egg. So we're just gonna repeat this process. Once I start to hatch the eggs, I'll come back just so you guys don't have to watch me ride around the entire city. Not the entire city. I'm just gonna be riding back and forth between here. But yeah, we'll be back. Alright guys, so I'm hatching the last egg here. And there's actually something I forgot to tell you in the beginning of the video anyways. And that's the way to check the IVs that your Pokemon are going to be passing. You need to know that. That's very important. So I'm actually going to show you guys how to do that right now, because we do have the 5 Larvitar eggs right now. So let me go ahead and show you guys these Larvitars that I just hatched. So we do have 5 of them. They should all be adamant. And yeah. So, like I said, how do we check the IVs of these Larvitars? We got to go to Cloud City. You cannot do this until you beat the game, so make sure you clear the Elite Four, and you will be able to fly to Cloud City. It's at the one at the bottom of the map here. There's a guy in the Pokemon Center, which tells you, how your Pokemon's IVs are. If your Pokemon has a bad stat, he'll be like, that stat is terrible. If your Pokemon has a good stat, a perfect IV stat, aka 31 IVs, he'll be like, that stat is, a stat like this cannot possibly be beat. He says something like that. I'm going to show you guys right now. And obviously this doesn't just work with Dittos, it works with any Pokemon. Ditto is just the easiest Pokemon to breed with. So we're going to go ahead, well, because it can breed with anything. But anyways, this is the guy here. So I'm going to click on one of my Larvitars here. I'm going to click on the first one. Now let's see what he says about it. I see. This Pokemon's potential is above average overall. That's how I judge it anyway. Incidentally, I would say its greatest potential lies in its defense stat. Huh. Okay, so that's not the good. That's not a good one. Let's see what else here. I see. This Pokemon has relatively superior potential overall. That's how I judge it anyway. Incidentally, I would say its greatest potential lies in its attack stat, although its special attack is equally good. Stats like those, they simply can't be beat. That's how I judge it. So this Larvitar has perfect attack and special attack. Let's go check the other ones. This is very important, obviously. I see. This Pokemon has relatively superior potential overall. That's how I judge it anyway. I would say its greatest potential lies in its attack stat. So that one has perfect attack. Let's see here. Superior potential overall. HP, speed. So this one has perfect speed and HP. I'm surprised though. I guess the Destiny Knot didn't work. Special defense, speed. So this one has... How can you make it through battle with this kind of defense stat? So this one has terrible defense. So it's looking like this one is the best, as it has perfect speed and HP. But I'm surprised. I thought the Destiny Knot would pass 5 IVs. Oh, I see. It passes 5 IVs from both parents combined. I see. Okay, Destiny Knot, I see how you work. So now my Larvitar is guaranteed to have 5 total IVs passed from both parents, not just from the Ditto. I thought it would be just from the Ditto, but looks like I'm wrong. But either way, that's how you're gonna IV breed, guys. Another way to IV breed, if you just want a specific stat to be good, you can give, say you wanted your Pokemon to have a max speed stat. Say you had a Ditto with a max speed stat, and you wanted just to pass the speed stat, you would give your Ditto a power anklet, which would ensure that the speed IV is passed every single time flawlessly. Anyways, that's going to be my guide on IV breeding anyways. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to EV train once you get the Pokemon that you're looking for. And once again, this can be used on any Pokemon, not just Dittos, and obviously not just Larvitars. So yeah, try and use this guide to pass along IVs once you have what you need. A good way to get what you need, like I was breeding Tyrantrums with my Larvitars to get Stealth Rocks onto my Larvitars, and then from there I would breed with Dittos to get the IVs onto my Larvitars. So it's really a 2-step process, and it's very tedious, but once you have what you want, it all pays off, trust me. Thank you guys for watching, and we will be back with the EV training guide.